Why does every single financial video feel like the exact same video, just being published over and over and over again? Well, I ran across this problem while I was watching a video at work. Um, what I do is I put a AirPod in and I just put on a financial video on YouTube, thinking I'm supporting some creators and also gaining knowledge and insight into what I could be doing in using this financial information for myself. Um, it was until about last week that one of my favorite guys that I was watching every single morning, he posts about at 6 a.m. I got into the office around 6:15, so it was perfect. Every day I got to put him on. Is my first video of the day, and it started everything off right. And now it feels so unauthentic to continue watching him. And it's not that I'm that against AI, but it's almost a lack of connection that comes from this creator, um, that is just kind of missing throughout the community. There's some great creators that I've been able to draw to a little bit more, um, but I mean, they do such a good job of masking the AI ness with the art style is a pretty good giveaway, but their content is just repeated and recycled. And what was really interesting about the guy that I was watching, he threw in like these fake laughs in kind of not really laughing times, so it kind of made him seem a little bit more relatable and like almost a little bit of quirkiness to him. And he was just a robot the entire time, and it kind of ruined his content style. And I learned a lot from him, and there was some major inconsistencies in the content that he was creating, because I feel like for the most part, you look at when you look at real people, that they'll kind of stick to you should invest first, you should create that oh, I just emergency fund. There we go. Emergency fund, pay off high interest debt. They'll usually stick to this is what you should do, then the next. And I was starting to come across some inconsistencies with the content, and it just kind of, I don't know. I'm not someone who's like super against AI, and I would be lying if I said that I haven't used it for myself. I mean, the first couple videos on this channel's thumbnail were generated by AI because I just had no idea what to do, and I still don't. Um, but we're continuing to grow there. But I don't know. It just feels so unauthentic within the community. I think that a big driver of this recent trend of AI usage in making these videos is this is a topic that every single person, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you are in your journey, you can always get some information from and build off of it. But I don't, I guess we could talk about, do I think it's a good thing or a bad thing? I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think a lot of information is pretty useful. I think there's some inconsistencies in the content that is being made. And I mean, even humans have these general inconsistencies on different topics. But I think overall, it is a good thing to be building this content that can teach people and build for a better tomorrow. I think that's one of the things that really intrigues me with this channel and another channel that I've created at the same time is the main thing I want to do is help people. Yes, I have ulterior motives. I would love to generate income. And shoot, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't think about saying, wait, can I do one of these AI channels? Because I'm seeing the success, and obviously I would love to build on that success, but I just I don't see the benefit for me doing something that isn't my authentic self when I have gone through the work and put in the time to be able to be my authentic self. And this also helps me build and become a more charismatic and better talker in general. I think that's the big thing is I want to get better. I want to make other people better. How can I merge those two things? And this big AI wave, I don't want to say it's a bad thing. I think a lot of good can come from it, and that's why I was even considering it myself. But I think there are also some negatives, taking away from more authentic. Um, I don't want to say teachers. What's about educators? I guess I don't. I don't know if that's a better word. I think what could separate anyone within this field is, well, one, showing character and being your own person, and two, just like having a different story. So my identity and what I've come from and where I am now and the future that I can build upon where I'm at right now separates myself so much from AI, because there's so little actual storylines behind what they are doing. It is just what you've been told or the best information that they can find out there, which isn't always a consistent best because every single situation is different. For myself, I'm not doing the optimal strategy. If you listen to my net worth videos, you really should build that emergency fund first. And I'm not going to say that that is not the case. And I probably should be, but I feel my monthly cash flow and current emergency fund can cover most of my expenses. And I have great credit score. I pay it off every single month. So for my story, what I have, AI can't tell or doesn't have that similar experience or story that comes with it. It's just a different level of authenticity and a connection that can be built. Like, you see who I am. It's not some scribble art or a just a random, I guess not stick figure, but animated art form that you're trying to connect to. It's my actual self, which I've thought about that a lot. How could I up my videos and not be just a talking voice here? Um, and I've seen some great ideas from other creators that I really have looked up to, that I may take part in. But for now, I like this. It really builds up my ability to talk in front of myself and really express my ideas. And I'm saying really a lot. I want to become a more coherent speaker. I said that in the last video. I'm going to say it in this video. Man, it's not even like I'm not thinking before I speak, because when I really stop and just think, nothing really is like, my sentences come out as I speak them. I'm not thinking a sentence ahead. I'm rambling right now. Let me get back to the topic. My bad. But yeah, I don't want to make a video too long. I know it's kind of me saying the same thing over and over again, which is exactly what I'm ripe on. But the copy and paste epidemic of these creators is just a little frustrating, that that is what is built, and people have to put in no work or effort, which I don't know. Maybe there's a bit of jealousy behind that, but I also don't think that it's as useful to real people to have a robot telling you what to do with your finances. Yes, it can give you some pointers and build you in a right direction, but let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know. I see some positive, I see some negatives, but overall, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do to stop it, and there's nothing I'm going to do to continue to build that, I guess. I don't know. I was thinking about it for a second, like I said earlier, but um, it's just so easy for so many people. You just AI script, AI voice, some blank art footage, and you have an expert talking to you because it's AI on topics that can just be recycled and pasted, because there's infinite amount of content in the financial world and infinite amount of need in the world for this type of content. So very interesting, but let me know what you think and if I'm overplaying this or right on the money. Until next time, see you guys.